Well, hello and a very warm welcome to the Golfmates YouTube channel. Now, this one is a question and answer with none other than my dad, as you guys like to call him, the GolfFather. So, questions for the GolfFather, as you've been called.
Oh, the GolfFather.
The GolfFather. Yes. So we'll just get straight into them. Ian Atwater has asked three questions for you. One being, what is your most memorable shot that you tell everybody about?
The third at Carlisle.
Right.
When I would be 15 to 20 yards off the green.
Yeah.
And I was playing off a mat, and I thinned it onto the green. Went to look for it, and it was in the hole for a three.
For a birdie as well, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one because you beat me on that hole, and it was one of the only few ones that we didn't get on camera.
Yeah.
Another question is, what is the biggest difference you've seen in the game since you first started, and do you approve of it all? So, any of the rules, like the new rules, do you agree with the new rules of dropping it from your knee and things like that? Or let's talk about clothing. You know, there's clothing that's changed. People are wearing hoodies now, and
I remember when I first started with the juniors at the Swift.
yeah,
And I used to go out just to be there for the juniors, and I would be wrapped up like a Yeti.
yeah, yeah. But have you noticed? So, like, with the new rules, do you think they're an improvement with the flag being able to be left in, and with you been dropping it at your knee as opposed?
Well, I think it helps the game get on a bit faster, but the dropping of the ball, I still feel that people are getting confused because they still go back to the old rule.
Yeah, you do often see where you do that, and you go, "Oh, hang on, it's down from my knee."
Yeah.
And his last question was your favourite golf course that you've played and your favourite club in your bag. I think I know the favourite club in your bag.
When the Eagles is the famous course I've played. I played it with my brother.
And is it your favourite course?
My favourite course must be Carlisle.
Yeah? Is that because you know your way around it now?
Because I know my way around and I know where I can plot my way around.
Which is, yeah, I mean, that's half the battle sometimes when you're playing golf. You've got to be able to plot your way around.
Well, imagine if you're going to play on a course for the first time, you won't know where to position the ball.
Yeah, no, you don't know where to put it and stuff like that. So no, that's fair enough. And what's your favourite club?
My driver.
How much did it cost?
£1.
It was £1 from the charity shop, and it's a Ping G5. G5, yeah, it is. Yeah, £1.
But it goes a long, long way.
It does, and I think there's a few people that's commented on you hitting that before as well. I've got a question. Where's your teeth?
In the bathroom. Would you like me to put them in?
No, it's fine. You are who you are with them. No, it's fine. Honest, stay there.
2 seconds. There we go now. Reckon them in for the dog now.
Yeah, red rum has appeared. So thank you for Ian for that. Yeah, it's very kind of Ian to ask you some questions, isn't it?
Thank you.
Right, the next one is I think he's one of your favourites.
Wouldn't be Mr. Harrison, would it?
It's Mr. Harrison of Golf Vlogs UK, yes. He's asking, can you ask him why he does not love me anymore? And he's even put a kiss at the end for you.
I love Liam. Except when he's trying to pour sauce down me when I'm on his course.
And I think you're the only person ever on camera that slapped Liam on one of his videos.
And then invited him to sit on my knee.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting back into the swing of things now, aren't you? You're starting to watch more and more golf on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. I like watching Liam and Josh and the Dick and OMP. OMP, I met him. He's a lovely fellow.
Yeah, you have, haven't you? You've had your photo taken with him and the whole shebang.
Yeah. And he's not big-headed at all. He's just a normal guy.
He's funnier off camera sometimes because he swears like an absolute trooper, doesn't he?
He does. Especially when he misses a shot.
Yeah. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, Liam. Yeah, he's never asked us anything. It's you. He's asked you this time, not us. Donny McCarthy. Now, I hope I've got your name right, pal. If I haven't, I do apologise. You can add it to the 20 quid I owe you for your put out. So, again, what's your dad's favourite course? Well, I think we answered that. I think it's Carlisle Golf Club because you're able to work your way around it.
That was Tony home. And
Yeah.
then we were Tony home. So.
Stoneyholme, if you didn't know, is a municipal golf course in Carlisle, and that's the one I used to work at for many a year, and we played there quite a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Donny's asking.
Owen's favourite course.
Yeah. Tattoo Golfers played there a few times as well. Donny's asking, other than the golf course, what is your fondest memory of playing golf?
Flipping hell, Donny, that's a good question. I think my favourite part of golf is when it happened last year. We were up at the driving range in California Road. The guy approached me and he said, "Is your name Peter Jones?" And I said, "It is." He says, "I'm the reason you were in golf because I am now a professional in Bristol." And he was one of the juniors who started at the Swift Junior Golf Club.
Yeah, so again, if you didn't know, the Swift was a 9-hole pitch and putt golf course and a driving range, and Dad used to work alongside the pro there, getting kids into the game of golf on a Saturday and Sunday morning.
19 years.
Yeah, so it's a long time. So that is Andrew McCready is called.
Andrew McCready, yeah.
And that was quite nice that night. I didn't even recognise him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't recognise him, but it was nice of him to come up and say hello.
Yeah. So, and you say that's one of your fondest memories of playing golf.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in golf.
Yeah, and that's I think that a lot of people from back in the 90s would probably say the same thing. His next question is, what do you think of the Golf Nuts channel?
I think that since the channel has started, it's developed, and the guests they've had on just recently have transformed the channel so everybody can now enjoy it.
Is that the Shankers channel?
The Shankers channel, yeah.
What about my channel or our channel?
Well, I think we put a lot into the channel by thinking of ideas and of how we can enhance the channel, really.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, it's especially now we're on now. I mean, we're not going to mention any of that nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but we're not going to mention any of that. Just kind of keep it light-hearted. But to stand in your back garden and try to give tips and stuff, it's tough. But yeah, do you think it's a good thing for YouTube? Do you think?
I think you've come on leaps and bounds since you've gone on as the Shankers.
What, me personally? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, meeting them two, Graham and Owen, that's good. That's a highlight, isn't it?
I think when you first started, you were camera shy, and now you're not camera shy.
I still am. It takes me 5 goes to do any video these days. Honestly, one day I will do a blooper reel. So thanks for them questions, Donny. It's most kind of you. Now, Keith Harris. Now, Keith lives in York. Is it York? I think so. Nice guy. He's been to a few of Liam's days before as well. And he's asked He's asked you the question of, would you do Keith the honour of partnering him? I'll start this again. Would you give Keith the honour to partner him in a golf game against me and one other? So Keith wants to be your playing partner against me and another person.
Once I've got the confidence of my handicap, I think I would be a match for everyone. And yes, Keith, I would.
There you go, Keith. Thank you very much for that question. I think, yeah, regardless of handicap, you can still go out there and have a bit of fun. We'll give you a handicap and we could just go out there and have a 4-ball and have a laugh, couldn't we?
We could.
Excellent.
Even if it's Graham or Owen, because at least with Owen we'd see the scenic part of the course.
The poor lad's not even here to defend himself.
I know.
And
But
Keith,
he does see the far ends of the course, though.
he does, yeah. He hits a very long ball, but he can be wayward at times, can't he?
He can as well.
Keith said he would want me to be off a 3 handicap by then. Well, that ain't happening, Keith. I'll say that right now. So, yeah.
Thank you for the
next
question,
one.
Pete.
Go on.
Thank you for the question.
From Robbie Pevley is, what does your dad think of the lessons? So your lessons that you're getting that we video on, what do you think of them? Because I know it's tough, isn't it? You do struggle.
It is to. I find, especially with my dementia, that my short-term memory is not very good. So if Stuart tells me something, and then I go on the range, say 2 or 3 nights later, I find it very difficult to remember what I've been taught.
And that's one of the reasons why we video your lessons now, isn't it? So you can go home and you can watch them before we go to the range, and you've got more of an inclination of
what to do.
Yeah. And I think
but I also I feel when I'm playing golf, and you tell me off for taking too long over a shot, is because it's all right for someone like yourself who plays golf regularly, but I stand there, say with a wedge, and think, well, what did Lee tell me to do? And then I duff the shot.
But I'm always there with the camera. I'm always right beside you. There's never an issue if you're just going, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
You know that. Any time of the day, you know that. You can always ask me. In fact, you do. Where do I play this to? What do I do this? And I'll always help you out. So thanks, Robbie. And to be fair, just go back on that point. Stuart's been very good with you as well, though, hasn't he?
He is very good.
He's very good with me as well.
And he takes the time to go through steps. And he is improving my game.
Yeah. I'll put a link down to Stuart's Twitter and Instagram down below, so if you want to follow him, by all means do so. He'll be glad of the publicity. Right, Stuart Carter-Smith. Now, Stuart, I don't know if you know who Stuart is, Dad, but Stuart is a plus-figure golfer, very good golfer, spent many years an assistant pro, has a YouTube channel called Stuart Carter-Smith Golf. And he's really good. And if you've not been to Stuart's channel, honestly, again, I'll link him down below and I'll put him in one of the corners. But Stuart is an extremely good golfer. His question is, if you could choose any golf course to play 18 holes, which golf course would it be? And who would be in the 4-ball with you, so another 3 people, dead or alive? So which golf course would you most likely like to play around the world?
Around the world?
Anywhere around the world, which golf course would it be?
The Masters.
So Augusta. You'd love to play Augusta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think a fair few people would, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And who would be the other 3 people in your team, in your 4-ball, sorry? Dead or alive?
I think you'd be in my team.
Yeah.
I would invite Graham.
Yeah.
And Lee Westwood.
Oh. And Owen as a caddy.
And Owen as a caddy.
I mean, you could ask that question again if you had the other choice of another 4-ball with all the pro golfers dead or alive. Who would you have?
Paul Casey,
Yep.
Ian Poulter,
Yep.
Tommy Fleetwood,
Mhm.
and Lee Westwood.
And what about Severano Ballesteros?
Oh, Sevi.
Dead
Definitely
or
Sevi.
alive, you could have anybody you wanted in a four.
Oh, I put the ball between them two leaves.
Yeah, that was one of Billy Foster's videos recently, wasn't it? I think that was somewhere like that.
Fantastic. Fantastic golfer.
Yeah, he was indeed. Thanks, Stuart. Like I say, if you've not checked him out, go and check him out. A really, really good channel and full of tips. And the guy has got a swing to die for. Now, Sean Hargreaves, who you've met before.
Mr. Barber.
The barber. And to be honest, it's a question I don't know the answer to. And it's, how old were you when you took up golf?
That's a good question, Sean.
I said that to him as well.
What age would you be when you went to the Swifts?
I was 14.
So that would make me 36. No, 30. You were 14. That would make me 32.
I was born in 1983. You were born in 1953. So you were 30 when I was born. So 44 you would have been.
Yeah.
Ish, give or take. But you were playing golf before me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a handicap. I would say late 30s.
Because you used to play in the societies. And it goes on, how much influence did you have on my golfing journey? Well, I always remember you were going to play Dalston Hall Golf Club with the society. I think it was from Denton Home Club. And your clubs were in the living room, I think they were.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was at that point I picked one up and we then started the lessons and everything else like that. So
yeah, I mean, I've developed my game's developed now through Stuart compared to what it was then.
Your God, yeah. But how much influence did you have? You were never pushy. You never said, right, you're going there and that's it.
No.
You're always supportive.
I remember you being in the juniors and we supported you with the juniors when you moved to Stoneyhall Juniors.
Yeah.
We went everywhere with you.
Yeah, I nearly killed my mum once.
When she was hiding me in the street.
She was still, a little story for you, story time. So we were playing the juniors and I was using somebody else's golf clubs. I think I was maybe going to try and buy them. And on the 10th hole at Stoneyhall, there's a green to the right-hand side, which is the 9th green. And on the left-hand side is the 13th tee box. Now, Mum and Dad started walking towards or down the fairway and they were stood in front of a tree. And Dad said to Mum, you better come behind this tree because when he hits it, it goes at some pace. Well, I've hit this driver and it has gone no higher than, 7 foot?
Yeah.
And it started to dip where the tree is. And it hit the tree where Mum was stood. True question there, isn't it? True story, that.
Yeah.
And you came with me to the YouTube golf day as well, you and Mum?
Yeah. We walked the full course.
Longest 6 hours of our lives.
Oh.
I'd lost the plot by then. So a question from Aidan, this is to me as well, is did your dad introduce you to the game? If not, who did? Yeah, Dad, it was all your fault, wasn't it?
It was. I was running a junior golf club and you said, where are you going? Going to the junior golf club. Can I come? And we had a good driving range with a good pro, and we had a good little club. We had a lot of sponsors. So we're sponsored by CFM Radio. Peter Tyson sponsored the competitions.
McDonald's.
We had a junior open. So we had a good little 9-hole competition. And it was a good introduction for juniors into golf.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
well,
now no longer there.
no, I think the problem being is it's a floodplain for Carlisle, and they took it all away to make flood defences, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a different conversation. Right, so some questions for me. How do you know if the wedges you're playing with suit your game and swing without seeing a fitter? I think it comes down to feel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you hit a golf ball and you're not
It's
getting much
feeling
feel,
confidence in it.
yeah,
It's having the confidence of that club in your hand to do
absolutely.
the work
Yeah,
that you want it to do.
yeah. So these questions are from Neil McRoberts. So thanks for this, Neil. So, yeah, you've got to feel confident with them because you do use them quite a few times. I know I use them a few times, but if you're not confident with them, then I suggest really trying stuff until you are confident. And you'll find what suits your game. I mean, it's all about lofts these days and bounces. And,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, if you take a deep divot, then get a one that bounces more. If you don't, take a one that, yeah, there's a lot of science goes into it now. Here's a one for you, Dad. This is for you more than me. Well, it's not because it's probably more me as well. After you miss a short putt or you're having a bad shot, how do you mentally get past it? How do you if you miss a 2-footer for par or birdie or bogey, how do you get past that mentally? Do you forget about it and walk on to the next tee, or do you have a little rant with yourself?
I slam my club in the bag and have a little rant with myself.
I think we all do, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's if you don't do that, you're not human.
No, that's right. You're absolutely right. Because he's asked for. I know everyone says it's behind you and you can't look back, etc. But is there any advice? I think you've got to have a little quiet word with yourself, and then just go on the next.
As it's slowing the golf club in the bag. And don't put it across your knee.
No, because that's expensive, and you've got to get somebody to reshaft it then. What is the one aspect of an amateur's game that he or she should work on if you could only choose one to get low scores? I think that's got to be your short game.
Short game around the green.
Yeah, anything from, I mean, I was always taught anything from 100 yards in, you could extend that to 150 if you wanted to, but more so 100 yards is your scoring zone. If you can't put it to within a certain diameter, then you need to have serious work on it. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things is that is where I would say you need to concentrate on.
Yeah. I think you've got to have that confidence of knowing that you're 100 yards from the green on most shots. And you're confident of getting hold of the club that will do the work that you want it to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah. If you can knock it to about, I don't know, let's say on average within 12 to 15 or maybe 20 foot. I mean, even the PGA pros on tour, they're not hitting it within that close of proximity. But what they are able to do is use the wedge play, and they have the putting skill as well. So, mind you, I think it was statistic-wise, they only make 50% from 8 foot. Random one. And his last one, uphill shots, downhill shots, wind, cold, heat, etc. How do you know how much to adjust shot selection? If downhill to the pin and cold weather and slightly behind, bloody hell.
Take an extra club, wouldn't you?
If you're going uphill, take an extra club. If it's into wind, take an extra club. If it's downhill, take a club less. But again, it all depends on how high or low you're going. If it's uphill, stance position, the ball's going to go left. Club-wise, if you wanted to take a club more and just hit a half a swing. And if it's ball below your feet, ball's going to naturally move to the right. So aim left and just use the club you were going to use, really.
Can you tell on that?
Poor lad.
Well, he goes right when he's supposed to go left.
Owen's, Owen's a case on his own. We wouldn't have him any other way, would we?
No. He's a very, very kind gentleman.
He is. And so is Graham. And speaking of Graham, His question to you is: are you ever going to stop bullying him and Owen?
No.
That's your answer. Short and sweet.
They're two very good friends, and from my background in the golf, I try and help them.
Yeah. I mean, let's face facts. You were in hospital 3-4 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And who rang you?
Owen.
Just to see how you were doing, didn't he? And
Yeah.
then we had a Zoom call very much like this. And who appeared?
Graham.
And it was all just to make you see if you were all right and check
Yeah.
up on you and stuff like that. So they are. Take away YouTube, they'd still be good friends to us both.
They're very good friends.
Yeah. So.
And I like to thank everybody who supported me through my illness.
Yeah.
Because without them, it gives me the confidence to go on the golf course and have my lessons. And hopefully, with my lessons, I'll get my handicap and get out and start enjoying more golf.
Yeah. Well, we will do once this is over and lockdown's done. It's just the bugger at the minute because the weather's so nice and they keep putting pictures onto the golf course and it always looks very inviting. But yeah. So listen, thank you very much everybody for your questions. Here's a question for you. Tell everybody something that they wouldn't know about you, because obviously all they see is your dementia in golf, your golf lessons, me and you together. But tell them something that they wouldn't know about you.
I used to be on the Northern Premier League as a football as a referee or a linesman. So I worked through the local leagues. I've even been at Brunton Park and been a fourth official when Carlisle played Liverpool in 1979 in the FA Cup, and nearly got on.
What was the Wembley one? Was it QPR?
Tottenham and QPR, 1982. We went to Wembley.
There you go. Facts you didn't know about the GolfFather. And Owen, if you're watching, we need a logo for him. So he can have it as his Twitter handle, and we can change his name to the GolfFather or something like that.
Owen will sort that out.
He will. He will indeed. So again, thank you everybody for your questions, and hope everybody's staying safe. And yeah, thank you very much. And thanks, Dad, for coming on and telling your answers and your stories.
You're quite welcome. And thank you to everybody for the questions.
Yeah, very kind. Thank you very much. And we'll both see you later. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.